Hi, I'm Joseph. This is Jesse.
Hello.
I'm the project lead, and Jesse is one of the founders from the original team that thought of the idea for LocalFree Web. So basically, LocalFree Web is a Code for San Francisco project that focuses on bringing the internet to people who really need it.
So this idea came out of a hackathon last December at Perisoma, which is about a block away from here. It was a Think and Act challenge, specifically focused on the shared city. Now, I went to this hackathon because I'm sort of a sharing economy pseudo old timer, just like 3 years. And I was interested. I said, okay, I want all of these corporations and that are doing sharing economy stuff, I want to help people who don't have access to that get access to it. However, we realized that a lot of the people who don't have access to current sharing economy companies, they don't have access to the internet. And so how can you download an app to maybe make an extra buck on Airbnb or rent your car out and get around or whatever else if you can't access it? So we did some user research. Everything should start out with user research. I don't care what you say. Everything should start out with user research, period. 25% of adults in the US do not have access to the internet. I'm not just talking about like Wi-Fi at home. I mean no internet-enabled device, like not a computer with internet access. However, over 90% of US adults do have a cell phone. So we've got a little bit of a percentage there to wiggle with. We can help a lot of people. So what we came up with was something called LocalFree Web. And the idea behind LocalFree Web is that, well, the people who might not have internet access, they might take the bus. That was an assumption. We went out and researched people at between 5th Street and 11th Street on Mission. If you've been there, it's right over there. It's a little, not amazing. So we built something. We put up flyers with my phone number on a bus stop and said, here are some compelling reasons based off of the user research for why you should go seek out the internet. Text us, and we will tell you the 3 closest locations for the internet. Plain and simple, you go there, you ask for free internet. And so those are our wireframes, and Joseph's going to speak next. But we didn't know what to do with the project after we won this hackathon. And so brought it to Code for San Francisco, and I was a little busy running Code for San Francisco. And Joseph has taken this project and shepherded it through from wireframes to something that we're on stage for. So super proud of you. Please go for it.
Thank you. So basically, when Code for San Francisco got LocalFree Web, like Jesse said, it was simply a wireframe. So what we decided to do was get back to the root of the problem, wrap our heads around it, and fully digest it. So what we realized was that the problem is that some people don't lack internet access, but they don't have any way to find it. So just think about that for a second. If you're on the street and you need to use the internet, but you don't have any internet access on your phone or any friend who has such, then how are you going to even know where to use the internet? You're not. You're just not going to use the internet. So the solution is a network of free internet-enabled computers, and where you can access the network by texting in a stop ID.
A bus stop ID.
Yes, bus stop ID. So luckily for us, there were already 2 well-established networks that we could use via the San Francisco Public Libraries and LinkSF. And when you combine those, you get that map of internet locations. However, that's still not optimal, as there are clearly a lot of locations that lack a lot of dots. So to break it down, this is how it works. You text the bus stop ID to 415-528-3226. You receive a text message back with the 3 closest locations where you can access the free internet. And then you go and you get some free internet. So we have a quick video that shows you basically how it goes for a user.
This is a text message to the service, which is currently live, so you can just try it out next time you're at a bus stop. And Austin is going to the library, and now he is finding a job, or talking with family, or a variety of other things.
So now I'm going to explain how LocalFreeWeb really works. So when a user texts in a stop ID, it gets forwarded to Twilio, which then forwards it onto a Flask app, which then sends the stop ID to CartoDB, which is a database of all the stop IDs, bus stops in San Francisco. It gets the corresponding geolocation, i.e. latitude and longitude. It then sends it back to CartoDB, asking for the 3 closest locations in relation to the latitude and longitude where you can get access to free internet-enabled computer. It then sends that formatted text back to Twilio, which sends it back to the user. So all of our text messages start out with ask for free internet at these places, and to the right is an example of how the information can be clearly formatted and presented to the user. So a really big issue that we've found with LocalFreeWeb is that our user base doesn't have internet. So there's no way that we can spread the word about it because they don't have access to Facebook, don't have access to Instagram, and don't have access to Twitter. So we basically made these flyers, and we're just posting them everywhere we can near bus stops, so people will be able to see the stop ID, text it in, and get access to free internet. So we would really appreciate your support if you can take a few flyers and put them around near bus stops in your neighborhood. Thank you.
We have English, Spanish, and
Mandarin.
So please come and post them in your local bus stop, whichever you think is the appropriate language for the majority of your neighbors. Or take more than one.